Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Matt from RC Overload. What's up? I got an unboxing for you guys today. Something totally different. It's not a car. It's not a truck. It's actually a helicopter. That's right. As you guys probably know, I have been talking about getting into other things lately. So I wanted to get back into doing helicopters. Now, I had bought many years ago a little tiny helicopter, like a Blade Micro, whatever they are. And I had an absolute blast flying that thing around. However, I now want to get more into exploring, helicopters a little more. Building them, flying them, doing tricks eventually. So I've always had that interest in doing that. So I figured after Christmas here, I would pick up this little guy as a starter. This is a little bit bigger than a Micro. It's actually a Blade 120 SR. Okay? This thing is pretty cool. Now, it is by Horizon Hobby. Okay? Horizon Hobby makes Blade, I believe. Right? Yes. Just had to be sure of that. So, it comes with a basic Spektrum controller. It's nothing fancy. Let's see here. What else? It's not much like a car, where it has all the cool stuff. But on the back side here, if you guys can see if I can get the glare out of here. Optional canopy for red version. 5-in-1 control unit, which basically means the Blade 120 SR is able to achieve its light flying weight thanks to this miracle of miniaturized electronics that combine the 2.4 gigahertz DSM2 DSM-X receiver, motor, ESCs, mixer, gyro, and servos onto a single circuit board. All that to tell me that the circuit board's just really tiny and it controls things. Adjustable swash sensitivity, which we'll get more into and learn more about that. So I'm actually pretty excited. It includes the Blade 120, obviously, the DC variable rate LiPo charger with AC adapter, which is basically these two right here. However, I use my other charger, so I actually got an adapter to use that instead of the one that comes with it. It comes with a 1-cell 3.7 volt 500 milliamp 25C LiPo battery pack. Did pick up a second one so I can have longer run times. Just throw the other pack in and go. And 4 AA batteries. Thank you. Because we all know we need AA's. So, let's get into this. Let's see what's going on with this thing, right? Dimensions. I'll even show you guys dimensions here real quick. Try to get that up close. You guys can read that. It is 12.5 inches long by 5 inches tall, and the blade span is 12.5 as well. So it's basically the blade is as long as the helicopter. However, because it's more forward, it actually looks like it's smaller, but it's really not. Total weight is 3.7 ounces. That's pretty light. So, get into this. Yes, because I've already opened this. Here's that extra charger I was telling you guys about. This plugs directly into pretty much any charger that you have using banana leads, and then it has a little red charger for the batteries. So, makes it a little bit easier if you already have a charger to get this, a little more better programming and so forth. What else? We got an instructions booklet. Smart bind, ready to fly, bind and fly. You can get this in both bind and fly and ready to fly. Bind and fly would be if you already have a controller for aircraft and helicopters. You could use that controller on this instead of getting the ready to fly. Just get the bind and fly. It's a little bit cheaper. So, on the top we have taped in here a little toolkit with some spare parts. You guys can see, right? Good thing, because I'll probably end up crashing this a few dozen times, learning. Foam. Whee! And look at what we got here. This thing. Haha! So, let's, can we prop this up a little bit? So you can see what I'm doing. Oh, whatever. So, like I said, I picked up 2 batteries. 1S LiPo batteries, 500 milliamps each. This is the max battery size that it can take. I do know that. Our AAA batteries, which are WinCell. Shanghai WinMax Enterprise Co. Shanghai batteries. Here is our charger. Get this out of here. Jeez, bundle that wire up. So this is the charger that it comes with, right? You plug this into the wall, plug that into this, and you use it to charge your batteries. I don't know how good it is. Maybe I'll give it a shot and just try it out. And the Blade 120 SR is taped inside. Okay. Look at that thing. It's small, but it's not micro small. It's a good starter, I feel, considering I've already flown helicopters a little bit before. So I think that this is actually going to be a good first helicopter to learn on. From what I understand, I believe this does have the safe technology. I just want to make sure. Maybe this one doesn't have the safe technology in it. Basically, for you guys that don't know, safe technology from Blade or Horizon Hobbies, basically, if you get into a situation where you're coming tumbling down and you don't know what to do, it'll actually save you from completely crashing it, hopefully. It's kind of like the AVS on most cars, where it kind of helps you drive a little bit. It's kind of the same concept, but for planes and helicopters, in a sense. I mean, they are 2 totally different things, but in a sense it helps. So, this guy's pretty cool, right? Got little rubber washers that kind of hold the body on. A little electric motor down inside. Some decent size blades. That's pretty cool. Looks like it should actually be fun. Looks like battery pack goes down in the bottom in the nose for that weight, because it is actually balanced very well right now. So it's actually pretty sweet. So we have that, and the controller, which eventually I will be upgrading to possibly a Spektrum 6i controller to start off, which I'll go over that more when time comes. Come on, get in there. So, nothing fancy about this controller. It almost looks like a Toys R Us brand. However, it does give you trim options. You know, battery pack in the back. It is 2.4 gigahertz. So, I'm pretty stoked to try this out. I'd like to try it more outside first, because the basement that I'm in, the studio, is kind of small, low ceiling height. There's really not much here. But unfortunately, it is pretty windy outside right now, so as soon as I get like a calm day, as long as it's not raining and it's a calm day to learn how to fly this thing, I'll take it out and do some filming. Probably put a GoPro to my head so you guys can see what I'm seeing exactly, because I know it is going to be difficult to fly a helicopter and film at the same time. So, we'll see what we can come up with. Just gives us more challenges, more new ways to film things and try different techniques, basically. So, this guy is going to be pretty cool. I am probably going to break quite a few things on this while I learn how to fly. However, I do know from doing a little bit of research that they do offer some aluminum upgrades. You know, I'm not familiar with all of the vocabulary on helicopters, the gyro, the swash plate, and all that. Still got a lot of learning to do, and I think this is going to be a great add-on into the RC Overload video series. So, you know, as soon as we get good with this, we'll move up to something bigger, maybe a 230 or 270, which is just a little bit bigger. But I do know that those two can actually flip over and fly upside down. This can't. They don't offer it in that setup. You know, it's more just kind of flying around and learning, which is fine. I don't need to do tricks right now. Far from doing that right now. So when I've mastered this thing and I can take it and I can just go like this in front of the camera and hover it for you guys, then I'll move up. Until that point, when I'm still just trying to get this thing to land a few times. Yeah. So, pretty excited. We'll get this thing out as soon as possible. Hope you guys are excited because more and more helicopters, drones, planes, and stuff are going to be happening this year. So, woo! Thanks for watching, guys. Any questions on this or you want to know more, feel free to leave me a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any recommendations, if you have one of these yourself and you've done something to it or you know some little tips and tricks, I'm always willing to take them and try them out myself. So feel free to hit me up. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next RC Overload. See you guys.